Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? Make sure you guys hit the like button for me. Hit the like button. About to get the show started pretty soon. Tonight we're going to talk about the offensive side of the ball. As you guys know, we got a new offensive coordinator. Dawson is our new offensive coordinator. So we're going to talk weapons. What does Miami has as weapons going into 2023? As you guys know, Dawson's coming with an air raid, offense concept or whatever. I do believe it'll still be, heavy run. Um, I think Jay Blaze already named it the Power Raid offense. So I guess that's what we're gonna roll with going into 2023 on the offensive side. So I'm gonna pull up Miami's roster and we're gonna see what it is that we got to work with. So hopefully they got this thing all ready to go. Took out all the guys that transfer. Brought in all the guys from the recruiting cycle or whatever. Also, guys, tomorrow night the Miami Hurricane basketball team, which is ranked number 13 in the country, will take on Virginia Tech at 7 p.m. on ESPNU. So for all the Miami Hurricane basketball fans, you guys could tune into that. So let me go ahead and get this thing steady for you guys. Make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Hit the like button. Also, guys, get in the comment section. Let me see who all in here so we can do a roll call. I already see Nick Saban Jr. Sports Talk TV. What's going on, boss? By the name alone, I know you're an Alabama fan. Shout out to you guys for taking Kevin Steele back and everything like that. I think we're pretty good with our defensive guy. He doesn't have the resume that Kevin Steele has, but he's an up and coming guy. So we'll see. So all right. So going into this season, man. Let me pop this on the screen for you guys. All right, so obviously ESPN and even the school's website, they still have not updated their roster. But we pretty much know who's here and who's not. But I'm gonna try to get another one for you guys. I'm gonna try to get another hopefully one with a roster is actually updated. If not, I'm gonna have to go off the graphic sheet that I do have. So let me see if I can find one for you guys. Yeah, man, y'all get in the comment section. Let me know how y'all doing tonight. I know it's tough. It's the off season. We're still waiting on some coaches hiring. We're still waiting on a running backs coach. You guys know Kevin Steele went back to Ole Miss, with good old Lane Kiffin. What else? We need a wide receivers coach. We already hired our offensive coordinator. I do believe that he'll be the quarterback's coach. So we'll definitely need a wide receivers coach. Nick 305, what's going on with you, boss? All right, so let me see if I can get an up-to-date roster. See if we could get an up-to-date roster. Don Chaney, man, I hope he's okay. I did hear that Don Chaney was in a car accident a couple of days ago. So I hope he's okay. His time at Miami has been very injury ridden. So hopefully he's all right. Hopefully we don't have to go through the whole injury bug this year again. He said, I heard one of the potential candidates for running backs coach from Miami is Jonathan Wallace, Kansas running back coach. I've been hearing quite a few names. I'm just not ready to play that game yet. I think it's safe to say, wait on Mario because none of these hires that he's making, nobody is guessing and nobody is getting them right. All right, so the school website itself has still not even uploaded the roster completely. So I guess I'm gonna have to find that one graphic that I seen with the updated roster. Yeah, but a lot of these running backs coaches, you're gonna start hearing a lot of names, a lot of candidates, this, that, and the third. Mario has a track record now for the past two seasons the past two cycles that he's been here of making hiring, and nobody pretty much know who it is. Everybody think they got a heads up on who it is, but in actuality, it's never the guy that nobody picks. If you told me a week ago or a week and a half ago that Dawson was going to be the offensive coordinator, I'd have told you you're tripping. I also would have said the same thing about Lance Goodrick, about the defensive coordinator. So anyways, how you guys doing out there? Demetrius, what's going on with you? He says Miami's still playing college football. I thought they were a basketball school. We're doing pretty well in basketball. We're still a football school regardless. Um, who are you a fan of anyway? Reka, who you a fan of? Panama Jack in the building. What's going on? 4th and 14. Here you go with this Florida State stuff. Bring back Manny Diaz. What's the verdict this year? Don't worry about us. We got it. Don't worry about Mike Norvell with his non-recruiting man, Mr. Transporter head. Damn. Tally turned down Mario, shaking my head. All the All-Star. Man, stop it. Stop it. Y'all just overpaid Mike Norvell, but y'all talking about what Miami got going on. So let me see if I can find the roster for you guys. Because like I said, these websites they playing. All right, I got y'all with a graphic. I'm go ahead and save that so we can zoom in on it. It's kind of small right there. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so I do got the roster. I do got the roster for you guys. Had to do a little digging, but we got it. We got it. Up to date roster. All right, so here we go. Here we go. Roster update. Quarterbacks, of course. First up, we got Tyler Van Dyke. We got Jakari Brown. We got Peyton Matoka, and we got Emery Williams. As you guys know, we recruited Emery Williams this season. If you see on the side here, say 0-0. That's because his number has not been determined yet. So Tyler Van Dyke, of course, number 9, Jakari 11, and Peyton Matoka just hanging around there, with that number 17. So a lot of people have been saying that this offense is gonna, push Tyler Van Dyke to that next level. To be honest with you, I'm looking more forward to see Jakari Brown in this offense. To be honest with you guys, because I have watched some film from Houston, how he handled the quarterback. It was kind of De'Aaron King-ish. Speaking of De'Aaron King, shout out to him. I think he scored a winning touchdown for one of those XFL teams, if I'm not mistaken. I've been seeing it, float all around social media. As you guys know, he transferred from Houston to Miami, where he was pretty much running the ball over there. But the quarterback over there at Houston, under this offense, he's been running the ball like hell. So I do believe that this offense would fit, Jakari Brown. But um, how do you think the air raid fits Miami? I think it fits Miami perfectly. To be honest with you, it'll make sure that Miami can at least attract top wide receivers and quarterbacks. To be honest with you, the last guy that he coached in this offense threw for over 4,000 yards. His receivers they was eating, so I definitely love it. And it's not just pass heavy or whatever, because the running backs also ate. So I think this offense will fit Miami perfectly. I think it'll get a lot of the talent in South Florida that's leaving to actually want to come and play here. Now, I do have to see this thing, during the season, during spring, how it's going to work out, how the guys going to adjust. Because you got to keep in mind, last year we had a total different coaching staff. They was being taught total different things. So we're going to have to see how fast these guys pick up this, new offensive playbook, new schemes, new assignments, all that good stuff. So you got to keep that in mind too. Take a look at the running backs, the running back room right now. Five running backs on deck. As you guys know, we lost Rooster, we lost Thad Frank. So, you know, Don Chaney, hopefully he'll be healthy this season. I do believe that Don Chaney, if healthy, could have a great year, to be honest with you. Trevante Citizen last season during spring got injured, kept him out for the whole season. Big running back, huge dude. So hopefully, we could see him healthy this year. We could, kind of get a read on what his career at Miami would look like. So Trevante and Don Chaney right now to me is question marks. Henry Parrish. Henry Parrish. Hopefully this season, he could go over the edge and maybe, hit the draft, get drafted, the kind of thing. He did come in with Kevin Smith from Ole Miss. Now Kevin Smith is headed back to Ole Miss, so hopefully whoever the running backs coach, they can utilize these guys properly, and we can keep the room moving. Two freshmen, two tremendous running backs, a thunder and lightning kind of thing. Mark Fletcher and Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson is a speedster. Um, not quite sure what his 40 time or what his shuttle time is, but this is a very fast dude. Like, I don't know if you guys ever watched The Longest Yard, but when Caretaker went back to report, he was like, they got a new running back. He fast. He make fast people look not so fast. That's Chris Johnson. So hopefully these guys could get in, freshmen, get a little bit of experience. I do think Mark Fletcher and Chris Johnson will be the future. So hopefully, Don Chaney could have a good year too. I kind of want to see, a healthy Don Chaney and what's the possibilities of that. The wide receiving room. Wide receiving room. Xavier Restrepo, Frank Ladson, Brashard Smith, Jacoby George, Isaiah Horton, Michael Redden, Cody Young, Nathaniel Joseph, and Robbie Washington. So the two freshmen coming in, Nathaniel Joseph, Robbie Washington. Both of those guys are speedster. I do believe they're going to come in here and try to shake things up their freshman year. I don't think they're coming in here to play. I think what Mario is selling, most of these guys are already buying in. So I do expect these guys to, make an effort to get on the field their freshman year. Not gonna put too much expectations on freshmen though. It is what it is. Cody Young. I want to see how much progression will happen with him this year. As you guys know, came in from JUCO. had a little shine during the season or whatever. You know, kind of went. It was bumpy. It was kind of a bumpy ride with him, but we did see a lot of potential in him. So hopefully, this offensive coordinator and whoever the wide receivers coach is, hopefully they can keep him, progressing, develop him, because I do believe, he's got a tremendous upside to him. I don't think what we saw last year was his ceiling, to be honest. So Michael Redden, that's another guy. I'm not quite sure the feeling. How do you guys feel about Michael Redden? To be honest, I haven't put too much thought into him. I think he's a guy that, given the opportunity, he could make something happen, but it's just inconsistent to me. So that's another guy I'm gonna keep an eye out for. Isaiah Horton. I haven't seen much from him. I have no kind of no way to really evaluate this guy, to be honest with you. So for him, it's a question mark for me. Jacoby George. Now this is a guy, him and Brashard Smith. I believe these two this season need to step it up a lot. Need to step it up a lot. I think it's pivotal for them two to step it up. Frank Ladson, of course, transferred from Miami from Clemson. Um, didn't do too much this past season, to be honest with you guys. Didn't see much from him. And Restrepo was injured from spring or whatever, from fall. So from the beginning or whatever, he wasn't really here. So we'll see. Tight end wise, we got Jaleel Skinner. Um, need him to step it up this year too. Elijah Arroyo. I think he's gonna make a huge step forward this year. I got a lot of you know, got a lot of hopes in that guy. Khalil Brantley. I want to see how they implement him into the offense. Hopefully, he don't get buried into that tight end room, because this is a deep tight end room. Cameron Cameron. I don't expect for him to play this year. To be honest with you, Domin, Memorelli. I don't expect. I don't know what they expect with him now. Jackson Carver and Riley Williams, freshmen, 2023 class. Riley coming from IMG, transferred over there, committed to Miami. Of course, he's a West Coast kid. Jackson Carver, tall, lanky guy. I think he's one of those guys that you kind of can toss it up and he'll go get it. One of those kind of tight ends. So let's see now. Let's do this. So on the offensive line, man, offensive line. Got quite a few offensive linemen. Got quite a few offensive linemen. Zion Nelson. Zion Nelson, of course. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Hopefully he can stay healthy. Um, Samson and Francis, of course, they're the new hot topic. Two 5-star offensive linemen committed to the U. Chose us over plenty other schools, the Florida Gators and all of them. Um, like I said, two 5-star guys coming in. Hopefully we can see some kind of production out of them too. I do believe they will play, if not probably start somewhere on this roster, but not gonna put too much pressure on freshmen starting. Like I said, Lauren Seymour, Jalen Rivers, of course the transfer from Alabama, Javion Cohen. Hopefully we could see some of that Alabama magic from him at the U. He did pretty good over at Alabama. I think like 25 games started. Didn't allow a sack, so I'll take that any day. Of course, more freshmen, Tommy Kinsler and Frankie Tanalau, and of course Antonio Trips. Those are the linemen. And transferred in, we got Matt Lee. I'm sorry, Matt Lee from UCF, probably one of the best centers that was in the transfer portal. We pulled him from UCF, so Lot of talent. Lot of talent. Just as long as we can execute, we'll be fine. Um, it said, "Are you an Alabama fan?" Nick Saban Jr. Yeah, he an Alabama fan. Panama Jack says, "Oh, y'all talking to each other?" Okay, all right, cool. So that's pretty much on the offensive side. I'm gonna put the link in the chat too. Let me put the link in the chat. Kind of want to get you guys to give your thoughts on the offense. Not gonna be a long live tonight, guys. As you guys know, it's the off season, man. It's the off season, so it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Nothing's going on. Spring ball starts on March 4th. March 4th. So they'll get this thing rolling on March 4th. The only thing right now we're looking forward to is the coaches. The coaches. We did pick up an inside linebackers coach. Former Florida State guy, alumni. So right now we're just waiting on coaches. Let me put the link in the chat. You guys could come in, give your thoughts and opinions. If not, this will be a short show tonight, guys. Like I said, it's the off season. There's not much going on right now. We're waiting on coaches. Pretty much, I think all the drama behind who's going to be the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, that's already subsided. So the links in the chat. Anybody want to give their thoughts and opinions on this offense? Um, what do you expect to see from some of these guys? Who you think will have more upside? And this, that, and the third. Say since he's an old line himself. The guy from Florida State, he's not an old line. Unless okay. Say Mario needs to relinquish complete control of his to his offensive coordinator, take control of the all line developments. Um, I think um, Anthony, what's going on with you, boss?
Hey T2Y, I'm gonna make a I'm gonna make a prediction. I'm not sure if this is me just being a pie in the sky. Honestly, I think Emery beats out both Jacuri and Tyler this year and he's gonna be the starter as a true freshman. To be honest, with this offense,
Man,
because he
that's a bold take.
am I being too is that being too pie in the sky, or do you think that can happen?
I think anything is possible, but I think that's probably leaning more in the pie in the sky. I think Tyler Van Dyke's gonna be our starter. I think he, I think
Would
he
you be surprised if Emery beats out both Tyler and Jacuri, or
I wouldn't be surprised if he beats out Ja'Cory because he's a lot more accurate than Ja'Cory is, from what I
but
can
not
see.
Tyler?
But not Tyler. If you look at Emery's Elite 11, you kind of get a concept. You kind of get an idea of what we're gonna get with him. He's very accurate. Now, if you did watch Ja'Cory Brown this season, I think he was more equipped on his feet than his hands. And if you watch his Elite 11, you could tell that accuracy is a lot of problem with Jakari. So if Jakari could get the accuracy down, I think this new offensive coordinator is catered for him. To be honest,
So you think Emery doesn't really fit this offense? Like, do you think we drafted him thinking we recruited him and signed him thinking we were gonna keep a pro style guy like
and I think
Josh
once
Gaddis?
I think with Emery is going to fit this offense perfectly. Like I said, he's very mobile. He's very mobile.
Hmm.
He's very accurate. He's got both of those categories to really, fit this offense. If you watch the quarterback over at Houston run this offense, He's more on the run side than he was accurate. He threw his interceptions was ridiculous. Some of the passes that he was throwing was ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's like that guy was like a when it came to accuracy, he was like a De'Aaron King downgrade.
Who, Jakuri?
No, the quarterback over at Houston, and he threw for four thousand.
Clayton Thune.
Yeah, and he threw for 4,000 yards. So I think Tyler Van Dyke and even Jakari Brown, I think they're going to eat in this offense, as long as they both could stay healthy. Now, let's just say Emery is just a quarterback that you can't keep off the field or whatever, or things aren't going as well for Tyler Van Dyke and Jakari Brown, similar to what we just seen this past season. Then I think Emery would have the opportunity to, own this team.
Yeah, people underestimate how athletic Emery actually is because Jakuri's on the roster. Emery, to me, he has that pocket awareness, that pocket mobility. Like he can move up in the pocket. It's like an Aaron Rodgers type of pocket mobility. He doesn't use it to run. He uses it to extend the pocket. He can run, but he's not going to do that all the time. Do you understand where I'm coming from, T2Y? Like in terms of the Aaron Rodgers comparison specifically with the pocket, extending the pocket.
Yeah. Mike Williams say we better win this year. Outside of FSU and Clemson, all the other games are winnable. Florida State is winnable.
Honestly, Florida State. People have too much faith in Florida State, man. I don't know.
Florida State is the easiest win we're gonna have this year.
Bro, why you sound like you're in a laundry room?
I sound like I'm in a laundry room. Let me get my thing right. Hold on.
Out of the receivers we have on the roster, which ones do you think benefits from specifically the guys that are on the roster right now? Which ones benefit the most from this offense? I know all the receivers.
Do I sound like I'm in a laundry room now?
You sound better.
You sound better.
Okay.
He said FSU is a free win. Receivers that I think that could possibly, show out this year in this offense. I do think we're not going to be able to keep Nathaniel Joseph off the field. Him or Robbie Washington. I think those guys are coming for blood.
Mm-hmm.
Jacoby George. That's another one that I'm looking forward to see. And Cody Young. Those
you don't think a guy like Isaiah Horton or Michael Redding can feast in this offense, or you think
I think Isaiah can. He definitely got the body to do. He's more on a bigger side wide receiver. I think he'll make the hard catches in this offense.
I go with Frank Lasson.
I'm not too high on Ladson, to be honest with you. I don't think he creates enough separation.
Yeah.
I don't think he created enough separation between him and DBs. So we'll see. Hopefully, he proved me wrong.
Honestly, I think Jaleel Skinner can feast in this offense.
Yeah, as long as Jaleel could, catch the ball a lot better than he did, last year. They have a couple key drops. Hopefully, he gets that together. I think he'll have a tremendous year too. I think he's one of the tight ends that's got a huge upside to him.
You know who Jaleel Skinner remind me of just a little bit. Who we used to have Chris Herndon, if I'm not mistaken, the tight end we had. He was under the Njoku.
Yeah.
Chris Herndon. Yeah.
The guy who he reminds me of a little bit of Martellus Bennett from the Bears.
Okay.
Now looking at this tight end room, what do you guys think is going to have a upside and a downside?
Well, if you ask me, first of all, Jaleel Skinner, Elijah Arroyo is great out there. I love Khalil Brantley with his physicalness and stuff like that, but I don't feel like he's gonna shine as much as like Jaleel Skinner, Elijah Royal, and I'm sorry, I feel like Riley Williams is gonna jump. It's gonna jump a lot of them other boys.
Yeah, I think Riley could possibly be that third guy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it'd be Jaleel Skinner, Elijah Royal, and then Riley Williams right up under there.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna make a surprise. For me, it's Jackson Carver.
I actually think it's gonna be Elijah Aurora, then Jaleel Skinner. Then
Okay.
Riley. I got him in that order.
I think Jackson Carver is gonna surprise everybody. And honestly, I think he's gonna be the third guy underneath Elijah and Jaleel.
He said we don't have a Jordan Travis. Wait, what? We don't want no Jordan Travis.
We don't. Yeah, I'm about to say we don't
need a Jordan Travis. To be honest with you, I think Emory Williams. I mean, yeah, I think Emory Williams. I think he's going to be a better quarterback than Jordan Travis dreamed to be. To be honest with you,
Jordan Travis is an athlete playing quarterback. He's not a quarterback. That's an athlete. He's an athlete playing quarterback.
Hey, T2Y, I can't wait till you get on the corner, them CBs, them cornerbacks, boy.
Nah, that's not this show. This show we focusing only on the offense. Focus on the defense. We're gonna focus on the defense next week.
We did running backs already.
Well, I did them, but you guys can do them now.
Oh yeah, bring them back.
I already gave my thoughts on them. So you got Don Chaney, Trevante Citizen, Henry Parrish, Mark Fletcher, and Chris Johnson.
Okay. What was your thoughts on the T2Y? Because I wasn't on a.
Hold on, before we get into that, what's y'all thoughts about this? Mike Williams says Skinner should be a wide receiver.
He can be. I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of agree with that. He probably can be. He has the body for it. I mean, he just put on a little bit more weight. I feel like he can be.
305 Kane Rep says, do y'all think Bradley is playing out of position?
Khalil,
what position would you see him playing? What position would you see him playing? That's my question.
Receiver.
I mean, other than tight end, I can't see him. I can't see him playing receiver. I don't think he got the speed or I think he's a little bit too big for that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
If anything, he's probably gonna have to play defense. To be honest with you,
yeah,
probably like a defensive lineman or an edge or something.
I have a perfect position for him. How about the H-back position, like the hybrid tight end fullback? How about that position on this offense?
That could be, but it wouldn't be that much exposure because a lot of teams don't really run plays like that.
Yeah, a lot of people don't use the fullback kind of concept.
Yeah.
I honestly, I think Fletcher and Johnson beat out Don Chaney, to be honest, because I don't know what it is. I don't
know about that. Hold on. I don't know about that.
No, because I don't trust Don. Don has not been able to stay healthy the past 2 years. So that's why I think
I'm not even sure his status right now, but he was in a car accident, I think like 2 days ago.
Who, Don Chaney?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is not going right for my boy, man. Like, what is going on? Dang, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Don Chaney would be one if he could have stayed healthy. But Trevante Citizen is somebody I spoke about last year before he got injured. I feel like he is somebody that will be stepping up this year. Henry Parrish, we already know what type of workhorse that is, man. But Mark Fletcher and Chris Johnson coming in, man, I ain't gonna lie, getting Mark Fletcher is crazy, man. I feel like that's gonna be a great upside to our back room. Like
looking at this running back room, put them in 1, 2, 3 order.
I got Henry Parrish number 1. I got Trevante Citizen number 2 because of Don Chaney with his injuries and stuff. I got Trevante Citizen at 2, and then I got Mark Fletcher at 3, and then Don Chaney, Chris Johnson after that.
Okay, I have Trevante, Mark, Chris, Henry, then Don.
Yeah, mine's is going a lot different from you guys. I got Henry Parrish, Don Chaney, then Trevante Citizen.
Well, the only reason why I don't got Don Chaney is because of his injury situation. You know, and he's been dealing with we've been dealing with that for the last 2 years now, thinking that he was going to be out there and then he get injured. So it's
Yeah,
like you can't really count on Don Chaney.
I think he'll be healthy come time for the season or whatever. I think he's if the car accident didn't do any damage, he's ready now. So
Okay.
I'll take Henry Parrish just off, what we've seen, from him last season going into this season. I think that's an upside. And then I'm gonna go with Don Chaney because all these other three guys have no college experience.
Yeah.
Trevante Citizen last season, we didn't get to see him hit the field not one time. So Don Chaney, might be injury prone a little bit, but he definitely has the college experience. We saw what he could have done when he was healthy.
Yeah.
Not,
I know.
not to mention this offense that he was in under Rhett Lashley. Under Rhett Lashley, is similar to what Dawson's going to run. So I think he'll flourish in that.
See, this is where I disagree with you, T2Y. People are to me when I look at his offense. It's more. I understand why people are comparing to Rhett Lashley, but to me, I look at it more towards Holgerson than Lashley. To be honest, like Dana Holgerson, to be honest, because Rhett
Hold
Lashley was
on, hold
very
on.
vanilla.
Roberto says, are you kidding me with this Parrish kid? Oh my God. What's your issue with Parrish, Roberto? What's wrong with Parrish? Did you not see him carry this offense last year?
So nobody should have no problems with Parrish, man. When Parrish did his thing, he did what he could do.
I mean, other than Parrish last season running the ball, who stepped it up? Who stepped up? You say Parrish basic? What's up with the Parrish hate tonight? Are we not happy with Parrish? What's going on?
No, you know what it is? I think they feel he might transfer and go and follow what's his name to wherever he is.
You only get it one time.
You don't get another transfer.
There's the one-time freebie. He's already used that to come to Miami. So him transferring would not be beneficial for his collegiate career. The first transfer is a freebie, guys. That second one gonna cost you a year. You're gonna have to sit out.
Even though he started a few games, it doesn't matter. Like he
Oh,
started.
he played at Miami enough. He didn't redshirt. He was basically running back one, to be honest.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like with Henry specifically, since he played, wouldn't he? And if he graduated, wouldn't he be considered a graduate transfer?
Had he graduated though?
No, that's what I'm asking. Do we know if he graduated?
Nah, he hasn't graduated. I mean, if he wants to be a grad transfer, he had a lot of work to put in. You would have to go stupid right now. To be honest with you, I don't think he's going nowhere. Studio One Live says I've been didn't quite like Parrish. Kind of lost me with the words there. He got basically 500 yards like he did at Ole Miss. He carried this load, to be honest with you. Like OG said, behind a bad old line, he was the best running back we had. All the other guys got their share of snaps. He was the only one that had an upside. We saw Rooster didn't do much. Up and
He
down,
kept on
roller
fumbling the
coaster.
ball.
We're fumbling, lost us the game against North Carolina. Who else? Thad Frank. Thad was afraid to lower that shoulder. He was literally scared, to be honest with you.
I feel like that wasn't running to the potential that he should have been running.
Hold on, let me put the link in the chat. I see.
Could we look
North.
at the offensive line real quick? T2Y.
Hey, but
Hold
that
on.
bad.
Hold on. North KY Canes. The link's in the chat. Just click it at the bottom. You have to allow camera and mic, and then you can turn your right after you allow it, you can turn the camera off if you don't want to be on camera. But you gotta allow it first.
Because that's the one area that I'm worried about. The guys that he's been drafting, with the guys Mara recruited and brought in, I don't think they fit this air raid scheme that
Do y'all
Dawson.
agree with this statement?
No,
Parrish
I
was
don't.
not
I
the
was
best.
just about to say that.
Parrish was not the best back on the team. It was Knighton.
No, it wasn't. Knighton, come on now. Knighton got in that game. And behind that bad O-line, Parrish was able to make plays, get runs up. Knighton did something here and there, but most of the time he fumbled, or he just wasn't. It just didn't look like nothing, bro. I don't really agree with that. Knighton wasn't doing what. Knighton just wasn't the running back that maybe everybody thought he was. Yeah, he had
Knighton
speed.
was so
He had
freaking inconsistent, bro.
Yeah, bro. It's just, yeah, that's basically what it is. That's what I'm looking for. That word. Yes, he's inconsistent. It's consistent, bro. It wasn't.
Fumbles. He literally gave up in the middle of the season, threatened to transfer and everything like that.
Yeah.
All I seen was Henry go out there behind a bad old line and did it and did a thing or two. Was it pretty?
How tall is Henry?
5'11".
5'11". That man run like he's 6'2". 5'11". That man ran like he was 6'2", 240 or 50 pounds, man. Like he was out there running, man, carrying players. Defensive.
Jack says Rooster was better than Parrish, but Mario didn't use him correctly in the offense.
First of all, Rooster was hurt. Rooster was hurt in the beginning, y'all. Everybody forgot that? Rooster was hurt or suspended or something like that. He didn't get to play like the first couple of games.
Rooster was suspended.
Yeah, that's what it was. He was suspended a couple of games after that.
Allegedly for weed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Rooster, but when Rooster got in the game, what was he at then? Can anybody answer them questions? Everybody need to go back and look at the games that we looked at. Rooster got in the game. Where was he at? That's what
He disappeared. He disappeared.
That's what I want to know. Where was he at? Because I like Rooster, but Rooster wasn't running. He wasn't doing well.
You said I can't, man. But respect y'all opinions. Yeah, I don't know what they seeing, man.
I don't know what y'all seeing, bro. I don't know what y'all seeing.
Hold on, we got somebody in. Canes today, what's going on with you? Unmute yourself, Canes today. Okay, all right, well.
Parrish. For me, Parrish was running like Thad was supposed to run.
Roberto says Parrish will not start this year. I guarantee. You know what? I ain't making no guarantees. But I can almost damn near guarantee he starts. He's pretty much your most experienced running back. None of these other guys really have, other than Don Chaney, has any experience on a collegiate level. I think sometimes you gotta slow down and stop with the shiny new toy syndrome. Mark Fletcher, great running back. Chris Johnson, speedster, great running back. None of these guys have any, and I say any, collegiate experience. They're gonna have to get developed. They're gonna have to put them on the weights, all that good stuff. Get them ready. I think Don Chaney and Parrish is on a different, Canes football talk. I got you in here twice. Okay, one on just disappeared.
Oh, I about to say, yeah. Something had happened. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. Jordan Bowman, what's going on with you?
What's up?
Oh, okay. So you over here scoping out for Clemson?
Oh yeah. I mean, no, not really. I just coming on the. I've seen a good bit of Miami, so I think I know a decent I got decent knowledge
Yeah,
about the roster. So.
Kane's football talk. It's still. It sounds like you had a waterfall right now.
Yeah, I'm hearing a rumbling.
My fault. Do it sound like it now?
Much
Who's
better.
gone? Yeah.
Much
Okay,
better.
all right.
Yeah, Knighton was suspended, and then he hurt his elbow. Oh my God! This man said Parrish will be running back number 4. Fletcher Citizen can't.
No,
Dang,
I don't know about
what's
that.
with the Henry Parrish hate?
I
Yeah,
don't know, man. I don't know.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know that people didn't like Henry Parrish like that.
RB4.
I didn't know that.
You
I
think
didn't even know that.
Fletcher and Citizen
Not
are
everybody thinks so.
freshmen?
See, Carlos says Parrish was one of the few consistent players. Thank you. That's what I saw. I don't
Yeah.
know. Like I said, I think some of our fans got the shiny new toy syndrome.
Yeah, we got Mark Fletcher, Chris Johnson coming on, so now they think Henry Parrish. Hey, man, Henry Parrish will be our starter this year. That's how I feel. Henry Parrish will be our starter.
I don't see Johnson coming in or Fletcher coming in and starting right away.
I think they'll make their way onto the field somewhere in the season. They'll get some time. They'll get some experience, but I don't see them coming in right away and starting over everybody.
Johnson's so fast. You got to put him on the field in some way.
Be honest with you, if Don Chaney is healthy, I'll take him to push for that number 1.
I can see it.
I can see him and Henry fighting for that number 1 position.
I think Citizen will be in it too.
Yeah, I feel like
Citizen will have a small upside on Fletcher and Chris Johnson just because he might have not played last year, but he did get the training and all that kind of stuff. So he is a little bit ahead.
And remember, T2Y, they were high on him in the spring. They were high on Citizen.
Yeah,
they were high on him. So Citizen looked like I'm just letting you know Citizen gonna see a lot of snaps this year, as long as he can stay healthy and follow and know what he need to know.
Yeah, but I don't know how you don't play. Parrish ain't gonna be running back RB4. That's crazy.
No. There's no way he jumped from starting to what he carried the offense the way he did to not being on the field at all.
He's played too much ball. He's been he's at Ole Miss and at Miami. He was productive. So it's like I don't know how you just stop playing him. He's experienced. You need that.
Like I don't get it. Studio One is the one that's saying this. He said if Parrish starts, we in trouble. Please no. But I don't understand what you're talking about. Like
I don't get it,
bro. Parrish is bad.
I don't get his beef with Parrish.
Yeah, I don't get it, bro.
He's a good back. I don't see it. I don't see how that's a problem.
He said, "Watch how SMU use Knighton. Knighton's gone. He's no longer with us. We got to worry about what's on the roster now."
Yeah.
And why are you talking about Gaddis?
Good luck to Knighton over there in Rhett's.
No, I'm saying. So Studio One, you was with Knighton since he want to talk. I just want to ask, you was with Knighton when he was fumbling all the time and giving us like basically putting us in bad positions in the game. Like I just want to know that. Like I don't understand. Like was he not with us the same years that Knighton was doing what he was doing? Yeah, well, Knighton had that one good year, but after that he was just fumbling. After that, it was nothing but fumbles with Knighton.
What you guys thoughts on this take? Parrish gets plenty of touches, but Chaney wins the starting job to start the season with Citizen taking over as the season progressed.
Between them three, that I can actually semi agree with that a little bit.
I think those three are going to be rotating.
Yeah,
like we know Mario like to rotate these running backs. Hurricane hit, man. It says device not connected. So more than likely, you didn't allow it to,
use the.
When you guys click on the link and it says allow mic and camera, you have to allow it. Right after you allow it, you get the choice to turn off the camera. You don't have to show yourself.
Right.
But you have to allow it. Once you click on that link, you have to allow it. Of course, I'm doing laundry. Yeah. Like
No,
I
I
said,
don't.
anybody that clicks on the link, it's gonna ask you, StreamYard wants to use your mic and camera or whatever. You have to hit allow. Once you do that, it'll ask you if you want to turn off the cameras or turn off the mic or whatever. So it won't just pop you up on the screen or anything like that. It doesn't even does that. Once that happened, then I'm the one that brings you onto the screen. Like right now, I can see you in the back, and I'm gonna bring you on the screen right now. All right. So now you can unmute your mic.
Yeah,
Um,
y'all hear me?
there you go.
Yeah.
So what's going on, man?
Man, yeah, man. I just want to say one thing, man. Hey, Harris with the Harris situation, our running back situation. Harris, like he's a good back. He's a good back, but like it's more opportunity. We bringing in more talent, all that. We got more. Feel me? All the best.
Oh,
We lost him. He probably had a bad connection. You guys, you gotta when y'all looking at these running backs, you gotta put into consideration experience on a collegiate level. These guys, Mark Fletcher, Chris Johnson, I think they're gonna do great at Miami. But right now, they don't have the experience of a Henry Parrish or a Don Chaney. I'm not saying they can't beat them out now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that. It's possible. Who knows? They might start Henry Parrish and Don Chaney, and next thing you know, they put in those guys, put in Trevante Citizen, and those guys get it right away. And then, the offense might look even smoother with those guys. But I do believe that they're going to go with the guys with experience first until proven otherwise.
yeah. I mean, I mean, Parrish is a good. I don't know why he's not some scrub. I mean, he got good coaching at Ole Miss, and
Mike Williams says, how does 6'2", 228-pound Mark Fletcher not start? How does Trevante Citizen not start? Last year he had the best looking body in the world, if you ask all the Canes fans.
It's more than just
He
size.
got injured. And he wasn't even though he came in with that size and stuff, he still was not projected to start over Henry Parrish or even what's his name? Knighton.
Yeah, it's more than just your body type. You got. I mean, if you don't know the offense.
And see what I'm saying is see Mike is saying that how Fletcher not start, and then RQ is saying Citizen hit the field, he ain't coming off.
I mean, I feel, man, they could go as far as like how Knighton ain't starting. I feel like because he just coming in, they want to develop him a little bit more, probably put a little bit more weight on him, maybe. You get what I'm saying? Or
yeah, like I said, I'm not. I just don't see how Henry Parrish don't start. I don't see it. I don't see it.
Me neither. I'm just getting real sure I agree with you.
He has to have one of the worst spring and the worst fall not to start.
Yeah.
Henry Parrish is starting. He's the leader. He's starting.
Yeah,
he's going to be the leader of that running back room.
And he could totally get beat out, but it doesn't mean that he's not a good player.
I mean, as of right now, he's running back one.
Yeah, and I mean, and he understands the offense. He's the most consistent.
Well, I wouldn't say I wouldn't say he understands offense because it's a totally different offense now.
Yeah, we got a new offense now.
Yeah, that's a good point. But still,
I mean, if you want to put it in that perspective,
he's played more ball.
Because we got a new offense, maybe, hey, who knows? Somebody might beat him out and become number one, and Harry Parrish might not be number one because we got a new offensive coordinator, so he might see something different. You never know. You get what I'm saying? If you want to put it in that terms. But realistically, right now, there's no way Henry Parrish should not be starting on that field, regardless of what offensive coordinator's on that field.
Yeah, see, OG got a point. It ain't about starting no more. It's about snap counts.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, and
I definitely
nobody's
agree
saying
with
Parrish
that.
is gonna be like the lead, like the back that he's gonna get like every carry or anything like that. I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, let's be honest. The way these offenses running, and then especially if it's an up tempo offense, a lot of those guys are going to be getting rotated in and out. It all
Right.
depends on who's flourishing the most. That's who's going to get the most snaps.
That's why I wouldn't even be. That's why I wouldn't even be sweating over who's technically the starter. Like,
So
because I mean,
if you're
people
running,
they're gonna get opportunities.
if you're a running back like Knighton, everybody was saying Knighton this, Knighton that. If you're a running back like Knighton that can't block, yes, I said can't block. You won't be getting as many opportunities as a Henry Parrish.
Right.
It is what it is.
Yeah. I mean, think
So
about this. When Knighton, since we want to, we on the Knighton thing. Since Knighton, they want to say, "Oh, Knighton this and Knighton, or Knighton was better or whatever." Okay, if that's the case, then this whole season, remember, they started Thad Franklin over Knighton if Parrish was hurt.
a lot of
I
for a
remember
lot of
there was
money.
a time where I wasn't seeing Knighton on the field like that. You were seeing Thad Franklin more on the field than Knighton on the field. And he was basically like the second string, like something like that.
What's y'all thoughts? 6-6 is unacceptable with this schedule.
Yes,
I mean, I would agree.
it's definitely unacceptable. Definitely.
I'm gonna say this: we got a new defensive coordinator, we got a new offensive coordinator, we got a bunch of freshmen hotties coming in, but we haven't seen them done anything. They got to go out there, work out, get developed, all kind of stuff. Some of the guys ain't even on campus yet.
Yep.
So we lost a lot to the portal. New scheme, new offense, all that good stuff. If we go 6-6, to be honest with you, I won't be surprised. Would I be disappointed? Absolutely, but I wouldn't be surprised. Given
I
all the elements right in front of you, we don't even know who the running back coach is right now. We
yeah.
don't even know who the wide receivers coach is right now.
I think Miami needs. I know. Yeah. There's a lot still that has to be ironed out. But I think Miami. I mean, I think you got to win 7 games. Because you got to you got to show some improvement, some growth. You got to so there's some kind of proof of concept there because Mario is recruiting well, but if
Bro,
they're
my
not
guy
showing
just said,
significant improvement over last year, especially how disappointing it was, then
my guy just said, Parrish may start for Miami Ohio game, but that will probably be it.
what would happen in the Miami of Ohio game that would make Parrish not be the starter afterwards?
I don't think it would be nothing in that game to stop him from being the starter if he is the starter. I don't think
Yeah.
if Henry Parrish starts, I don't think he lose that starting job for the first 3-4 games, 5 games to be honest with you.
But we'll see
I
what
mean,
happens.
the
I mean,
only game within that first couple games that he could probably lose the job is probably Texas A&M.
Yeah, if he don't do what he's supposed to do in that game, yep. I can see him losing that starting
Because
position then.
I don't see him losing it. Miami, Ohio. What else? Bethune Cookman, Temple, teams like that, and Georgia Tech. I don't think so.
No.
I mean, we'll see. But yeah, I mean, new staff. Maybe they like somebody else better, or and they want to work him in. But I don't know.
Hey, to be honest with you, I'll keep it real, yeah. From the person that said keep it real, 7-5 would be our record. I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't doubt it. You know what I mean? We still,
I mean, I can see it.
bringing in new people, bro. Like
Honestly, I think 7-5 would. Be, I mean, I think that'd be
it,
okay. It
yeah,
depends on what that 7-5 looks like. Or if you get if you're losing to the group of 5 teams on your schedule again, or getting blown
yeah,
out by average teams, then yeah, that's not great. But if you
yeah,
look competitive at 7-5, I would take it.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of if we go if we win more than 8 games or anything, man. How
Oh
I
yeah,
feel is
that's a huge win.
that's a whole huge win for me, man. For real.
All right, well let's tackle this. Wide receivers, man. Wide receivers. Wide receivers.
Okay.
Xavier Restrepo, Frank Ladson, Rashard Smith, Jacoby George, Isaiah Harrington, Michael Redden, Kobe Young, Nathaniel Joseph, Robbie Washington. I don't know why I was about to say Williams.
What you
Kobe
got?
Young, wide receiver one.
Give me you guys your 1, 2, 3s.
My 1, 2, 3. Well, Xavier Strepper was already out there in the slot,
Yeah.
so he the one.
Young. I'm going Young Restrepo. And man, I don't know, man. I have a feeling Ray is gonna be one
I
of those
think Ray
impact guys.
mid-season probably gonna take Restrepo's spot. To be honest with you,
Take his spot. That's what you
Take-
believe, T2Y?
I don't know about
Mid-season.
take his spot, but he's. I
T2Y.
think that I think you're going. They're going to find ways to get both of them on the field. At the same
T2Y.
time.
I do not believe that any of them slot receivers gonna take Restrepo's spot. Like,
No,
come
yeah,
on. Now.
Restrepo's hands are too good. He's got.
It's
the
not
best hands.
even. It's not even that. It's his
Listen,
his
have you
energy
guys
he brings
watched-
to the game too.
none of that shit matters when you can't get separation.
Yeah, but he hasn't been playing like that. Remember, he been hurt, and then when he finally got in the game,
When
he
he
was like,
was playing, he wasn't getting separation like that.
yeah, but I believe he'll do it though. Like, you
When
got to
they
give
think-
him.
I'm telling you now, this is what I believe, and I could be wrong. I ain't no genie, no guru, or nothing. I think when Nathaniel Joseph get on that field, he's not coming back off.
Yeah, look though. I understand what you're saying, but
I don't think you got to take
with
Restrepo off the field here.
Restrepo right now, this is the year 2022. At this time, everybody as a Miami Hurricane fan should have just gave him a pass for this year because he was hurt most of the year. And then when he did come in, of course, he wasn't going to give it all. He had to get back in the rhythm, stuff like that, man. But when he was in the games, there was
hold on. He said, "No, sir. X-Man caught over Alabama." First of all, Alabama was beating the shit out of us. Xavier called at the last minute against their third, fourth strings. Let's not do that. I was at the game up close in person. They beat the shit out of us. That last touchdown was a gimme.
Yeah. No, I ain't saying nothing like that, but because he did that, we already know about that game. I ain't bringing that up. But
Listen,
I'm just talking about as
I'm a fan of Restrepo, but I also see the talent that Nathaniel Joseph got.
I understand.
If
the talent that
Restrepo allows this man on that field, he ain't getting that spot back. He might as well sit at number 2.
Here's what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
think he fully would take the spot though,
Me
T2Y. I
neither.
feel like he'll more of like maybe get a lot, like he might match snaps. He might even get close to snaps as Restrepo. He might go over, but then you got to think about Rashard Smith. He hasn't been used like he's supposed to. So you can't even go over him.
He said he was one-on-one. He mossed the dude. The third and fourth string guy, I'll moss him. Put me out there. I'll go moss him.
Yeah. No, all I'm saying is T2Y, even though Restrepo, you can't even look over Rashard Smith. Remember, he wasn't used like he was supposed to last season. So, and he's fast. He's fast, elusive, and everything. He might be able to. This offense you might see more of Rashard Smith and Restrepo together out there and guiding them boys. I feel like Nathaniel Joseph and all them might be more of our next year guys, and we'll see them this year a little bit. But Restrepo and Rashard Smith, I feel like gonna take that
right now. Ray coming for that spot.
I know
Not
what you're saying.
This season, once he get on that field, it's a wrap.
I don't know, man. I feel like you knocking Restrepo a little bit to
I'm
the
not
side
knocking
too fast.
Restrepo. I like Restrepo, but I also know that Nathaniel Joseph is faster and more athletic than him. Restrepo is a consistent hard worker. He's gonna go out there and make what do. But I think Nathaniel Joseph is a game changer.
Well, here's what I'm saying. I agree with both of y'all. But I don't think that you have to take Restrepo off the field to get Joseph on it. I think they're both too. I think they're both.
Hold up, wait a minute. Dawson Air Raid favors X. He will have at least 70 catches. Got to give out my first treatment of the night.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Right now. Stop the cap.
Streppo ain't catching no 70 passes this season.
I don't see it. And it's not like Miami is going to be like passing the ball 70% of the time like that. I mean,
let me put the link in the chat for anybody, because I see a lot of people. Y'all can hit the link. Y'all can come on in here and tell me why X is going to keep that spot, because I'm telling you now, when Nathaniel Joseph get on that field, it's a wrap.
I don't know, man. This is T2Y where I disagree with you, man. I don't feel like Restrepo
This is my hot take in February. This is my hot take in February.
I respect it, but I'm saying I don't feel like Restrepo getting off that field.
Speed kills. Speed kills.
Restrepo got speed out there, though, man. He do.
He is not Nathaniel Joseph's speed. He can't get separation like Nathaniel will.
And you got to think about it. He catches tough catches, like, on them
Nathaniel catching tough catches. Nah, I do agree. This is on collegiate level. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. This is on collegiate level. That's why I didn't say he's going to start over him. But once he get on that field, it's a wrap.
Although maybe in like 4 or 5 games, about this. Maybe in 4 or 5 games we can talk about this, but for the first 4 or 5 games, I don't see Restrepo.
Chicken Caesar wrap. Once he get on that field, it's Chicken Caesar wrap. It's a wrap. It's not a salad. It's a wrap.
I mean, I think Colby Young is going to lead the team in receiving yards. So I don't.
Yeah, but let me. Yeah, that's what I wanted to continue doing. That. Who is going to be the starters out there? First of all, are we doing how are we starting if we was to put wide receivers out there? Like, how would this coach be doing that? Like 3 wide, 4 wide.
I'm assuming Young and Restrepo are starting. I'm not saying Joseph's going to win. Ray's going to win. Get on that field before. Start.
I don't.
Then you got.
To be honest, he's saying that if not X, then Joseph, a slot receiver, will have 70 catches. I don't see them having 70 catches. I think the ball is going to be well distributed. I don't see anybody having 70. I could be wrong. But I don't think nobody's having 70 catches this season. Yeah. They force fed Rambo to even get him to what, 77 was it?
Yeah.
They force-fed him the last 2 games just to get him to break that record. Yeah. I don't see any slot receivers doing it.
Well, and I think the reason he's saying that Dawson's air raid is going, the slot is going to get a bunch of. I don't think the only reason you're saying that is because of Tank Dell, and I don't at Houston, and that was I think that's kind of a different thing because Tank Dell is just that good. Like I don't think the offense is meant to run, the passing offense is meant to run through the slot receiver. They just happen to have a slot receiver that was so good and just so just from route running, catching, his speed, all of that was just he was just different.
Wait, what? He says Emory is not fast or mobile. Oh my God, I gotta hand out another treatment.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Right now.
They use Tank Dell like UNC used Josh Downs. Like I don't think Miami is going to use any of their slot receivers like that. I don't think they have anybody that's going to be that good right away. So I don't know. It's going to be a little bit more even.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of high on Frank Lashin kind of stepping up too. I'm just being real. I'm kind of high on him, like really showing and improving himself. Because if any year would be a year for Frank Lashin, this year would be that year for Frank Lashin to prove himself because he don't really got too many times to keep proving himself.
Man, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I think it's the end of the rope, man.
I don't know.
I think it's the end of the rope, man. The good thing about college, there's sports. And then there's academics.
I'm just saying them
degrees go a long way sometimes, man.
Yeah. I'm just saying with Frank Lasson, I just feel like he did show some flashes. If you see, he showed some flashes with certain touch. He got a couple of touchdowns with us and some passes
I
caught
hope
with
Lashley has a
us.
good season.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really rooting for Frank Lasson this season. Like I'm really rooting for him this season. I really want to see him do good on the field. I'm not saying he's gonna be the best wide receiver. I'm not asking him to be the best wide receiver. I'm just trying to see improvement and something maybe he could take to the next level. Because he was a high recruit, Jordan Bowman in here, you know about him. He was a high recruit coming out of high school, and he went to Clemson, and he
Let's do
dealt with
this. As of right now, no spring ball, no spring practice. Put these. Give me the 1, 2, 3 wide receiver starters. Give me the slot. Give me the other two positions.
Well, I got Kobe Young, which I agree with Jordan Bowman, which I was gonna say anyway. But Kobe Young, Restrepo, and I got Frank Lashin out there as far as like my first three.
I agree with you.
I could see that.
I agree with you.
That's kind of where I am too.
I got Restrepo getting a little breathe on the side. Nathaniel Joseph goes in there. Oh shit, separation. They watch the tape the next game, like, man. Oh man. Let Restrepo start a couple games. He ain't do nothing wrong.
No, I would not. Wait, hold on. But I would.
Oh man.
Are we back on this Ray T2?
No, okay, but hold on. There's a point we haven't talked about because this is important. If Ray gets out there and he don't block, he's not going to play because if you are a wide receiver in an air raid offense, you have to block. You got to.
Ray need weight right now, man. T2Y, he need weight.
He'll be ready.
He needs some weight, man.
He'll be ready. I see him working out.
He ain't gonna if he can't play over Restrepo.
Does he come in? But the question is, T2Y, does he come in? Does he come? T2Y, does he come right now or does he come in the summer?
He's
already on campus.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, well that is the upside.
I'm seeing them working out. They posting on Twitter. They posting on Instagram.
This is the
whole
spring. Yeah.
Okay. I just want to. Okay, so he already there.
I'm telling you, he'll be ready. Comes spring game, you'll kind of see. We'll see what happened in the spring.
I don't know, man.
If he shined in that spring game, boy,
but you got to think about it. T2Y, you talking about him taking Restrepo's spot, but you forgot about Rashard Smith sitting there at the second. So he just gonna jump to Rashard Smith.
Man, what have Rashard Smith done for me lately?
Rashard Smith tried what he could, man. He did make stuff happen, man. Go back and look at the games when he was playing. Rashard Smith got that speed, though. He got that breakaway speed.
I'm letting you know right now.
Good instincts on that field.
I'm sitting at the poker table. I'm looking at the cards. Oh, Nathaniel Joseph, I'm going all in. I'm going all in. Let's do this.
All right, man. I'm just saying, don't be disappointed if you don't put, because I'm telling you,
if he don't, then I'll be more than happy to come back and say, hey guys,
I see Ray getting on the field, T2Y, but I don't see him starting. I see him getting on the field this year, but I don't see him starting.
I'm just saying, once he get that opportunity to go out there, somebody else ain't gonna start.
I'm telling you, if he doesn't block, he's not gonna start.
He's gonna block. I got to believe in him that he'll block.
I don't know, man. I haven't seen it on tape.
Though,
I haven't seen it on tape.
Given his skill set, he won't have to do too much blocking.
I mean, you have to in an air raid offense when it's spread out. But I'm telling you, in an air raid offense where it's completely spread out, and you're gonna. I mean, whether you pass or run is determined by what the defense gets.
That's my fault. I'm sorry. Studio One Live just reminded me. I'm sorry, but I forgot about Jacoby George. How do you forget about Jacoby George being on the field? Like he showed that he can be that wide receiver for us, long as he stay on the field.
Hey,
Jacoby George is that wide receiver, though.
I'm with you on that, Kyle. Kyle, I'm with you, man. Hey, Restrepo lives matter. I'm just saying, once that boy get on the field, Restrepo lives matter t-shirts coming soon.
But Rashard Smith only fumbled like one one kickoff return or something like that, or one punt return. It was just one. Like it's a lot of people that did that. So you can't really like say that he ain't gonna be good because he fumbled a kickoff return. He a wide receiver. You got to see him out there catching balls, and when what he does when he catch that ball. And Brashard Smith, I see he makes plays. He tries to make plays. He has good IQ on that field. So that's why I don't feel like some of these freshmen. I feel like they get on the field, but they won't start over these other wide receivers that got good IQ that's already been here in the collegiate area and know what to do when they facing these other teams. Like you get what I'm saying? Like I just don't see it happening. Like you feel me? And Jacoby George will shine this year. This will be Jacoby George's year. How can I forget about my boy Jacoby George? I just want to say this will be his year this year. I believe that.
All I'm gonna say is Ray for president. Once he get on that field, it's a steal.
Yeah, man.
The other two positions. Let's get off this slot.
Yeah,
So you got
we've been
Jacoby,
going at
you
it on
got
wide
Jacoby,
receivers.
you got Kobe Young, and you got who else was the other one? Frank Ladson.
Frank Lashin, yeah.
Who you got backing up Ladson?
Lashin, Jacoby George, or
Yeah,
somebody
probably
like
George.
that. Yeah. Michael Redden for Kobe Young.
Okay. What about
I,
Isaiah Horton?
Isaiah Horton,
And
I
Rashard
don't
Smith?
know. Well, Bashard Smith, I see him backing up Xavier Restrepo. So that's where I see him at. And but as far as like Isaiah Horton, well, to be honest with you, there's between him, I feel like he got a battle between him, Michael Redding, and he could get on that field. I feel like it's between him and Michael Redding when it comes down to Isaiah Horton. But Isaiah Horton might, surprise us and jump a lot of other people. But I don't know. I feel like I got good instincts for Isaiah Horton, but that's how I got it though with my lineup.
All right. So do the same with tight end. 1, 2, 3s. 1, 2, 3s for tight end. Y'all let me know in the
I
chat
mean,
too. Y'all can let me know who y'all got for the tight ends. 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna go Arroyo probably at least to start the year. Skinner. Yeah, I don't. I can't really pick a third. I think Arroyo and Skinner got to be the top two.
Well, I ain't gonna lie, it ain't about to agree, but I got Skinner, Arroyo, and then Raleigh Williams.
I'm gonna go starting Elijah. I'm gonna go backing him up, Skinner. And the third spot I think is gonna be between Memorelli and Brentley.
Okay.
Leaning more towards Brentley. They see a lot of special in him for some reason. Memorelli hasn't really been making no noise.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say Aurora, depending, but that also depends on how he come off that injury.
Yeah.
So it could be a battle between him and Skinner. If he comes off that injury and he's at 100%, I'll take him. But if not, I'll take Skinner to start, and then him to back him up, and then
Okay.
more than likely Brentley.
Hey, why don't you did the offensive line yet, T2Y?
Nah, we're about to get into that. Nah, that's a
Yeah,
deep that's a deep position to get into right now.
yeah, but that's the most exciting position for me. I ain't gonna lie, because I can't wait to see how this offensive line gonna look.
All right, so there you have the names, man. I think, man, it's tough to pick the offensive line, to be honest with you. We got studs coming in and Francis and Samson. We got Tommy Kenza coming in, Frankie Tannelau, Antonio Trips. We got the transfer Matt Lee
Mm-hmm.
and Jalen Rivers. Not to mention another transfer, Javion Cohen. from
Cohen?
Alabama.
Yeah,
More than likely, he'll be a starter. Okay.
I
Zion
think Nelson
Nelson,
and Rivers are
if healthy.
starting. Yeah.
If healthy, I'm gonna take Zion Nelson, Javion Cohen, Matt Lee, of course. And that's where it gets
You
tough.
don't think Rivers? You don't think Rivers is starting?
I could go with Inez Cooper too. It's tough to pick these offensive linemen.
Who I
Yeah.
got, man, I ain't gonna lie. I got Zion Nelson out there. I'm sorry, I can't. As long as he healthy, that boy Jalen Rivers, Javion Cohen, and I do like that boy Matt Lee that just came in. And I ain't gonna lie, we're gonna throw Francis or Sampson out there on the other side. You feel me? I just feel like that'll be my offensive, alignment right there. Zion
Yeah,
Nelson.
I think Francis
Jalen Rivers.
or Sampson is definitely starting right away.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't think both of them might start, or who knows? I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie. I do have this thing that both of them will, but I don't think both of them will start. I think one of them might start. The other one might still need some more development or something, maybe in technique or maybe something like that. So they'll take some time out. And I
I don't
got
think they're gonna bench
Zion
Zion. He's
Nelson,
trying to get to the
Jalen
league.
Rivers.
I feel like I don't feel like they're gonna bench Zion because wouldn't they have to bench him to put Sampson and Francis on the field at the same time? Like I think I think they really want to, they want him to have a really good year. That's just kind of what I think. They want him to have a really good year and go to the league. But
I think Zion got a ball out this year.
he do. I mean, he's
He's
got to
gotta
make
go
his money
fourth
this year,
round.
or it's because he's
I-
going to get passed up.
I feel like
I think he got to pick up one of them defensive linemen and just bring him over and throw him and just hit Dabo with him.
Hey, T2Y, I feel like the most pressure for two offensive linemen for me, my two offensive linemen that got the most pressure this year is Zion Nelson and Jalen Rivers.
I mean, they're the veterans, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And they the
Especially
ones that were like,
Zion's been there forever.
yeah.
I think the kid from Alabama, he gonna shine too because he got a lot to prove.
Oh no, he gonna shine, man. He just got that award for not giving up sacks and all that. The best offensive lineman.
Dude started 25 games and didn't give up one sack.
One sack, man. That's so
I'll take
beautiful.
that any day.
Any day. Man, that's I ain't gonna lie. TVD gonna look. I want to let you know, man. If it looks like what it sounds like, man, TVD gonna have some comfortability back there in that pocket.
You know what? I was gonna save it for next week, man, but I forget. Let's go on the defensive side of this thing.
Oh, that's my favorite. I can't. Oh man.
Let's start. I guess we're gonna start with the defensive line. Nah, man. We're gonna do it next week. We're gonna do it next week. Next Monday, we're gonna do the defense.
Don't tease me, T2Y, boy.
The offense is heavy, man.
Yeah. I feel like the reason why the offense is more okay. Yeah.
Let's do this. Let's just say Tyler Van Dyke starts. That's reasonable, right?
Yeah, that's reasonable. Yes.
Yeah, I think this offense fits him better too.
Yeah.
Running back. Okay, we're just gonna pick one. We're just gonna pick one because if not, we're gonna be here all night. Running back, I'm gonna take Henry Parrish to start. This is game one. Game one, right out the bat. Who's coming out?
This doesn't mean he's starting for the entire year. This goes for everybody. This doesn't mean they're starting the entire year.
This is the first snap on offense against Miami, Ohio at Hard Rock.
Parrish.
Parrish coming out.
Parrish is coming out. Yeah.
Receivers.
Frank Lassie, Jacoby George, Restrepo.
No Kobe Young?
No, I mean Frank Lassie, Kobe Young, Restrepo, and then Jacoby George, he out there getting, just as much as snaps.
All right. Tight end coming out first game.
Arroyo and Skinner, but I got Skinner first. So Skinner then Arroyo.
TVD
Yeah,
isn't. What do y'all think of this take? TVD isn't good enough.
He is.
I mean, I don't think TV.
Shut your stupid ass up. Shut your stupid ass up. Say that fuck. Say that fuck. Dumbass say it. Dumbass say it.
This man really said TVD isn't good enough.
I mean, we saw. I mean, we saw plenty of tape when he was a freshman, a redshirt freshman. How if he's in the
TVD
offense
good.
that fits him, he's
TVD
really
good
good.
enough. Yeah, he good enough.
This man really said TVD ain't good enough. I'm gonna pause.
Hey, listen, I'm not gonna say he's definitely wrong, but I mean, I feel like we've seen enough from him to know that he's a talented player that needs to be in a system that is catered to his strengths. That's like any quarterback. I mean, if you put, like, I don't know, if you put Mac Jones in an option offense, he's gonna suck. I know that's an extreme example.
He was overrated and got to prove his first read breaks down. He don't panic. So Studio One agrees with you that TVD is not good enough. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I don't think Tyler Van Dyke is this all. I don't think he's like this Heisman quarterback, but I think he's a good. He's got NFL potential, and I mean he can be a good quarterback.
Last year, until putting into that Gaddis' offense, he was getting a lot of buzz for Heisman.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Brennan. I mean, it's if you're not in an offense that suits you, you're going to struggle. Look at Brennan Armstrong at Virginia. You saw him put up all those records in 2021, and then last year he
couldn't do nothing. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah.
Outside of the barn.
Cliff D says Tyler Van Dyke is inconsistent, unathletic, and injury prone.
Because he got injured 1 year, man. And then y'all don't remember the toughness. I don't care what nobody say. I'm sorry. I feel like I got respect more for TVD because even if whatever situation happened, he wanted to tough out whatever injury it was and try to come out and play against Florida State and see what he could do. I mean, what reminded me of that situation of TVD was with Patrick Mahomes. Everybody know he had an ankle injury since the playoffs.
If Brown shines, do y'all see TVD transferring out?
Well, yeah, probably, but
I mean,
I don't think
course, yeah.
Brown. He has a little ways to go as a passer. But you're right. If the OC, if he like picks up the offense really fast, I could definitely see him starting. But it's but in an air raid offense, you have to be.
This man said I could throw Corey Flagg under the bus any day.
Man, y'all all over.
Got him. Got him.
Y'all be putting Corey Flagg's name through the mud. It's crazy.
Hey, I ain't gonna.
I get it though. He has not played good.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Corey Flagg hasn't played good, man. Yeah. We on the offense. We ain't on the defense. That's what I want to talk about. That defense.
Yeah, that'll be interesting too.
Yeah, the defense is what they're talking about.
Well, we'll talk about the defense next week on the next episode of Dragon Ball Z.
I can't wait to talk about them safeties. I saw James Williams and Cam Kitchens rated in the top 10 by PFF. I know. I mean, I got Cam Kitchens, but I was surprised to see James Williams in there.
Why not? James Williams, I don't care what nobody say. Watch James Williams shine this year. Just watch him. He gonna shine.
I thought Williams was good at times. What year is he? A junior this year?
Let me see. We got 42 people watching. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all just want to talk about the defense right now. Put a 1 in the chat. Or y'all want to wait till next week. Do a little research and then come back next week and we talk about it. I'll give it a minute. How about them Canes basketball though?
Let's go.
Yeah, they cooking.
Yo, well, we Final Four. We Final Four bound, man. I don't care what nobody say. We Final Four bound.
I'm ready to lose. I'm just ready to lose the rest of our games. As a Clemson fan, I'm done. I'm done. Can't do it.
Yeah.
We lost to a 3-win Louisville team.
Wait, he said is TVD looking off defenders yet? What?
I mean, every quarterback can look off defenders. That's not all. You got to do more than that.
All right, so we'll talk about them. We'll talk about the defense next week. Oh man. Ah shit. More okay, so people are saying
Yeah, we got more.
about
As
the defense.
soon as you
Yeah, we
said that,
got-
more
Is
people.
it-
Well, people start talking about the defense. Yeah.
Jeez. I get another minute.
Studio One looked like he got a lot to say about James Williams. He said, "Don't get me started with him."
We need at least 20 votes. That's 50%.
Hey, T2Y, ask the question again. Maybe a lot of them didn't hear you.
Y'all put a 1 in the chat if y'all want to talk about the defensive side. Put a 2 if y'all can wait till next week. He said, I don't see TVD scanning his progression very well. He had Rambo and Harley blankets. He said at T2Y he faded Rambo with jump balls.
Yeah, we got more ones.
Yeah.
Okay, I see some 2s in there too.
Yeah, I see a couple of 2s. Yeah, there's more ones.
Let me count the 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you got 5 ones. We need at least 20 ones. 21. Can you do something for me?
Can you hear a little rich flex for me?
Man said TVD ain't all that. He overhyped, overrated, but I believe in him. I believe in him too. Shit. But I ain't gonna lie to you, boy. At one point, I was like, put Garcia in.
Garcia was horrible too, though.
Yeah, come on.
I don't blame Garcia or TVD. I blame Gaddis.
Yeah, that's
Bro,
what I'm saying.
I can't even blame Pons because he weren't coaching shit.
Yeah.
He couldn't
Like-
coach shit.
Pons was over here just collecting a check. Pons was the guy that went to work, clocked in, and hid from the boss the whole day. You ever skip class? You ever skip a class in high school? Boy, that 45 minutes or however long that class is, boy, it's the longest 45 minutes of your life.
Yeah.
I guarantee you that's how Ponce was feeling going to work.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like Jake, I
Lotto,
don't think Jake
you
is a
gotta
bad
stop
coach. I just don't think that offense was right.
Lotto, you gotta stop it. I gotta give you the treatment, Lotto.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap right now. Stop the cap.
Garcia was given plenty of opportunities, my guy. I'm a Garcia guy, probably more than anybody on this YouTube planet. But he was given plenty of opportunities.
Yeah,
He
Terrible
definitely
offense.
when he came in against
scheme,
Clemson, I was like, oh boy, he's
terrible offensive line, terrible schemes, terrible offensive coordinator. It is what it is.
But I'm sorry, like I said, I was a little bit sketchy of him because, haven't seen him play. But from what he showed me, Ja'Cory Brown, man, he thrived under that offense regardless if it was a bad offensive line. There are some ways he was able to make plays.
But let's be
because
honest.
he's mobile.
Most of his plays came by his leg, and then most of the defenses got scared of him running. But most of his passes, let's be honest, they weren't too accurate.
Yeah,
I mean, they wasn't. I mean, he can still work on the accuracy, but remember, he probably didn't even know that.
Game. He missed that wide open.
No, but the thing is, he didn't even know he was going to starting these games. You get what I'm saying? Because we lost TVD with the injury that he went through, and then we had to put Jake Garcia in, and he wasn't, consistent like he was supposed to be. So that left us with just Corey Brown. I mean, I thought it was gonna be one point that Peyton Matoka was about to come out.
Oh man, what y'all think about this take? I wish Jakari would play wide receiver. He'd be a first rounder for sure.
I mean, if you don't have hands, it don't matter. So I mean, yeah, he's athletic. Just because the quarterback is athletic doesn't mean it's like, oh man, he should play receiver.
I don't feel like Ja'Cory. I feel like Ja'Cory Brown is a wide receiver, bro. I feel like he's a wide receiver.
Now, this man said Brown not accurate, can't hit the side of a barn.
Man, he
not
ain't that bad.
I mean, he's
not
that
bad. He's not that bad though. He could be worked on, man. Everybody needs to work on.
It's not like he's got a noodle arm though. He's got arm talent. Like
I got Gerard, man. I got him.
I'll tell you what I think. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you think.
For real.
I think he's got talent. He's got arm talent. He just doesn't. It's just not polished right now.
Now, I feel like Ja'Cory Brown would be a great, quarterback for the future. But as far as like right now, like he still needs a little bit working on, and maybe he get that working on in the spring, and he got all summer to do it too. So maybe he get that working on. But I don't feel like he's a starter right now. But I do feel like when he's on that field, he does make a difference.
Yeah, I mean, if he gets a really good quarterbacks coach, if he has a really good quarterbacks coach, I think he could be a really good player.
Yeah, that's what we need.
We need somebody to coach him up.
That's what we need when we playing against teams like Texas A&M and like what Georgia, Clemson. We need like players that can make a difference.
Hold on. So we saying that the quarterback play looked terrible because Pons couldn't get none?
He's tripping, bro. You need to hit him.
You
need to hit him with something, T2Y. You need to hit him with something, T2Y. He tripping, bro.
Let me see what I got for my boy.
What's up, bro? He tripping, bro.
I got him.
I'm here to tell you right now. Let me tell you
Let me tell you something.
We don't care.
Let me tell you something.
For real.
So Pons, I mean, hey, it is what it is, man.
Yeah.
It is what it is. He said our offensive coordinator is the quarterback's coach. Yeah, we need a wide receiver coach.
Yep,
we also need a running backs coach.
Yep. Yeah, we do. I ain't gonna lie.
Was Brandon Streeter? Was he what kind of position coach was he? George?
Quarterbacks.
Oh no, we don't need him.
He's been the quarterback's coach since. He's been the quarterback's coach.
We saw what DJ did.
Yeah.
Hey, DJ, where now? Where he went down? He transferred.
Oregon State.
Dabo said, "Get the heck away from Klubnik."
That boy went back to the West Coast, man.
Yeah. That boy said, "Get the hell away from Klubnik."
Hey, but honestly, Jordan, I just got to ask you, like, how do you feel? Do you feel like you should have kept him?
Who, Streeter or DJ?
No, DJ.
No, DJ had to go.
So you got more confident in Klubnik?
Yeah. And that's just because. And listen, a lot of Clemson's problems these past 2 years were not DJ's fault. So before y'all get on me and think I'm bashing DJ, I'm not. A lot of stuff that happened these past 2 seasons on offense were not DJ's fault. That being said, DJ had a lot of issues on the field and off the field. Not anything bad, but just in his personal life, and he struggled with confidence issues and. He had poor mechanics, and he just never really got better at reading defenses. And so that inconsistency held the offense back along with a lot of other things. So I think it was better for both parties just to go our separate ways. DJ what was he? He was like, what was his record as a starter? He was like 20 something and 4 or 5. So I mean, it wasn't like he was a bad quarterback, but it was clearly not good enough. And so I think it'll be better. It's better for him to go out west with and get a fresh start. And Clemson is moving on.
Lotto, I agree with you. Brown will be starting quarterback in 24. I
Yeah, I
agree
agree.
with you. Tyler Van Dyke will be out of here after this season, whether he flourishes or not. To be
Yeah, I
honest.
feel like this would be Ja'Cory Brown's team next year. This would be his team. Long as he stay, I feel like but how I feel is because anything goes in college football. How I feel now, so I feel like Ja'Cory Brown will be that starter for 2024 long as when the times that he get on the field of this year, he has to, be consistent and do what he got to do when he's on the field this year. Because I see Ja'Cory Brown being on there, but I what
Studio
happened? What happened?
Studio One says, along with Mario tanking this season.
Nah,
Oh,
he ain't tanking. I don't think he gonna tank it. I feel like this season will be a different season for us, but I don't feel like it's gonna be a ACC championship season. We're gonna have a bowl season, but not an ACC championship season. That's how I feel. And I'm saying that now for everybody that say all Miami Hurricanes say we gonna just go 12-0, all that stuff. I'm letting you know,
y'all
2023,
let
y'all.
me know in the chat. Let's do this. Running backs, coaches, realistic running back coaches, candidates. Who would y'all want to see come down here and coach these running backs? And wide receivers too. Y'all put some names in the chat. Who y'all want to see come coach these wide receivers? The running backs and wide receivers.
Where I'm at for that question, I don't really care no more. I just want somebody that's gonna be here and help us progress and develop them boys like they needed to develop, to be developed. Sorry, had
Now
to stop.
I'm gonna say this. A name that you might see on the staff because they're trying their hardest to get this dude. I mean, they're going above and beyond to infinity and beyond, Buzz Lightyear style.
Hmm.
Coley,
Okay,
they're going above and beyond to get him here. So
you
I
talking
won't
about
be
James
surprised.
Coley?
James Coley.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
won't
yeah.
be surprised if he's on staff.
The only reason why I say I don't care about who comes because how many times we say we want this coach, that coach, we probably get that coach or we probably get a coach similar to that, and it don't work out. So now I'm just saying, I always was raised. You always say what you want, but when you get it, you find out it ain't what you need. So
He said, "Please don't call it."
Yeah, I'm not a James Coley fan. I mean, I think he's a good
yeah,
recruiter, but that's about it. He can't.
okay. So that brings me to what I'm saying. Like I said, I was raised when you want something so bad and you get it, then you find out you don't need it. So what I feel like is I just want what we need for this team, man. That's all I need, man. I just need that. So whatever name that is, bring that on staff and let that develop these boys and let's go ahead and try to be a championship team like we've been trying to be for these last years, man. We've been in a drought for like 20 some years, man. So I'm trying to get out of that drought. I'm trying to have that championship come soon, man. So whoever we bring, man, that's who I'm with. Long as he can develop these boys.
What y'all think of Jamarcus Shepard?
I don't know who that is. I ain't gonna lie.
I've heard
Y'all
that
got
name.
y'all got to give me some insight on who he is.
Okay. He's at Washington. He's the receivers coach and passing game coordinator. That would be a good. I think that'd be a good hire actually.
Okay.
And he was at Purdue before that. Yeah, Purdue had some good receivers while he was there too.
Yeah, I gotta do some more study. Was he there when Purdue had that one wide receiver that's in the NFL now?
David Bell. Well, they had David Bell. They had
What's the
Rondell,
recent wide receiver that was big that came out of Purdue? He was like
David Bell.
recent a couple years ago.
David Bell, and then they also had Rondell White.
Okay. Yeah, so I could have sworn it was another one too, man.
Not Rondell White, Rondell Moore.
Rondell Moore, that's who it is. Moore. Yeah, I remember the last name Moore.
He was a slot guy. He's like 5'5".
Okay.
He was short, but he was fast.
Hey, we got a lot of slot guys, so he can help out. I don't know, man. T2Y, how I feel is, last year I felt like, hey, we was gonna come out and win at least like 10, 11 games, something like that. Go to the ACC championship probably. But this year, man, I had to, get humbled. I guess we got humbled that year, 2023. So how I feel is we gonna come out and we're gonna be strong, and I feel like we're gonna win at least about. I give us 8 games. 8 games. Anything other than 8 games is gonna surprise me, but also make me happy. But anything other than 8 games, I don't got us winning more than 8 games this year. I feel like it's more of a development year still, and we're still trying to figure out who's who and what position who need to be in. Because just like how Clemson won a championship and how Alabama won a championship and all them, they had the right personnel on the field at the right time, and we got the team, we got the players. I just want to see if we're going to utilize them players the right way, because we don't have so many players come in. I'm sorry, I'm going to shut up after this, but we don't have so many players come in through Miami, man, 4-star, supposed to be top 4 stars and all that, but wasn't getting utilized.
Hold on a second. We might got some news, guys. Look like we got a commitment here. Not sure. Will Rocha.
What is he, a kicker or something?
6'1", 170 pounds. GPA 4.5. Okay. High school five-star kicker.
Yeah, he is a kicker.
We got a 5-star kicker, guys.
With a name like that, I knew he was a kicker.
We got a 5-star kicker.
That's good, man.
Hey,
go Canes.
Let's see what we got here.
Welcome to the youth.
Let's see. Class of 23. So we got a total of 48 punts. 11 of them was 50 plus yards. Punt within 20, 15, 2 touchbacks.
Oh, okay. He a punter kicker. He could do both.
Yeah, so we got.
They'll probably make him choose. They probably recruited him to be a kicker.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. We still got Borgala, so
I think
he'll probably be a punter.
He'll
be a punter if anything.
I think we ought to get back to recruiting guys that could punt and kick field goals instead of giving out scholarship for both.
I don't know. But they're not giving him a scholarship. It's a PWO.
Oh yeah, it look like he'll preferred walk on whatever.
Yeah, so he won't be on the scholarship.
Yeah. So
okay.
Well, welcome to the team, my guy.
Heck yeah, go Canes.
Go out there and kick your butt off.
Yeah, but like I was saying about the record, though, I ain't gonna lie, man. 8-4, it sounds more reasonable for us this year. I mean, anything else could surprise me if we win more. I feel like this is just a pickup year, figuring out who need what places and who need to be where. You get what I'm saying? So, but I'm actually liking it though. I'm still confident.
Off subject. What you guys think about this realignment thing going on, especially with the Pac-12? It seems like they can't lock down the TV deal.
Yeah, I don't know all the details behind that, but it sounds like a mess. Which it doesn't surprise me. It's the Pac-12. They haven't been able to secure a good media rights deal like ever.
Yeah,
I mean, I can't.
Pac-12.
Yes, I can't throw stones though. We in the ACC and we got the worst TV deal of all time. But still,
but we still got TV deal.
Yeah.
And Coach Dawson out here throwing
we
out
locked
the
in
offers
until 2036.
Coach Dawson out here throwing out them offers, man. Off of the quarterback,
Jake Merklinger. I know of him. Clemson's. He doesn't have a Clemson offer, but he's camped at Clemson before.
Okay.
He's a 4-star kid. He's okay.
Dawson gave him an offer, so We'll see. We'll
He's
see.
all right.
Hopefully Dawson can recruit good too.
I feel like with this recruiting T2Y for Miami Hurricanes, I feel like we should focus more on offense recruiting now because, I mean, we still bring in some defense recruiting. Of course, we don't stop there. But I'm saying our focus should be more of offensive wide receivers, like offensive linemen. We want to add to the Sampsons and the Maragoas and all that. So, and we want to add to the Ray Rays and the Bobbies on offense. We want to add to that. We want to. I'm not gonna lie. I'm one of them Hurricane fans that I know a lot of people get excited. I'm glad that we got these boys, but I want boys that are 6'2", 6'3", physical, fast. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of bummed when Florida State got the commitment from Hakeem Williams because I really wanted him to come to us. He's big. I know he's gonna, do good where he's at, man. But but
he's probably got the highest one of the highest upside of this receivers class. Like I think
I feel like he was
raw.
better than Brandon Ennis.
Hold on,
You get
I
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
video.
I like his ceiling way better than Ennis. I think like if Hakeem Williams gets coached up right, he's gonna be like a first round, like easy first rounder.
Yeah, we about to wrap this thing up, man. I got a little video for y'all. This is crazy. Yeah, man, appreciate everybody for coming through. Let me go ahead and hit play on this one. That's crazy. My guys, they say my guy just got his pickup truck from the Ford dealership.
Oh my!
What?
Where you get that at? Where? Who's his dealer?
Bruh.
What dealership did he get it from?
Nah,
First,
I played this video just to say, you see how this truck just came up driving perfectly, making all the perfect sounds? That is Florida State. And that's going to be how their season ends.
No, that's Clemson basketball right there. That's
Go Canes. Go Canes basketball, man.
That's Clemson basketball. We started 10-1. We're ranked. We doing all this stuff. We best record in the ACC, and then we lose to 3-win Louisville.
All right, guys. Well, with all that being said, thank you for coming through. Thank you, everybody, and good night, folks. Good night,
Canes,
folks.
man.
Go
Appreciate
Canes.
it.
Catch you guys here on Wednesday for Seminole Wednesday.